Hey guys, it is Arickamisha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And when I tell you, it has been a lot. It has been one thing after another. But I am here. I am here doing what God has called me to do. I am here. When I tell you what happened, I sat down the other day to record, and I spent hours of recording and doing what God has called me to do, doing this, doing that. And after hours of recording, I go to edit my videos and I see that there's no sound. There's video, but there's no sound. So there was some kind of technical issue that I've never had before with my videos. When I tell you, I thank God for changing me, because the old me would have been so upset, so angry. And if you are a content creator, if you're a YouTuber, if you're an editor, if you're in any realm of social media, you understand that. Hours all day recording different things, and then when you go to edit, there's no sound. There's no sound, and I don't know, some kind of technical issue, I don't know. But me, I'm the type of person that always do sound check. I always check all my wires, make sure everything is connected. I don't know, something happened, but I am here doing what God has called me to do in spite of. So I had to share that. But it's been that kind of, so you guys can see what I'm dealing with. But for God I live and for God I die. And I'm going to continue to do what God has called me to do. So today's subject, I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. I hope this message finds you in time. And the scriptures that God led me to: Numbers, the 6th chapter, the 24th through the 26th verse. Jeremiah 17, the 17th chapter, 7th through the 8th verse. 2 Corinthians, the 9th chapter and the 8th verse. That is what God led me to. And of course, I am here to share with you guys. All right, and let me get into my notes. All right, God said He is going to bless His people in this hour. God is going to bless His children with great inheritance. Now, this is what God was talking to me about. As I was in prayer, talking to God, spending time with God, in my word, just talking to God about some things, about some things that I have been going through. And I began to talk to God, and I began to say when, and you know how it is when we're talking to God about things and we're waiting on God to do things. We get into that when, you first, start off thanking God, for another day, all that good stuff. And then we get into talking to God about our problems and what's going on and what we need Him to help us with. And then we get into the when. We get into the when, God. When are you going to do it, God? When are you going to step in, God? When are you going to bless me, God? When are you going to help me, God? And that's exactly what happened with me. I got into the when, like I always do. And, I'm just telling you how it is, how we do. We get into that praising God, worshiping, acknowledging God, and then we get into the God, when are you going to do it? And as I was talking to God, God said He's gonna do it. God said, I'm gonna do it. He said, I'm gonna bless my people, my children, those who are living for me, those who are doing what I've called them to do, those who are staying faithful in spite of everything. God said He is gonna do it for His children. He's gonna do it. It's what God was talking to me about. And God wanted me to come and share that. And I'm here to share that with you. And y'all know how I do it, how I say it. I'm here sharing what God has shared with me. I'm here sharing my business, praying that it may help you with your business. That's what I'm here for. And that's what God was telling me, and it was so encouraging to hear God say that in this hour, He is going to bless His people. He is going to pour out blessings among the faithful, among the committed, among the answered the calls, among the ones that have stepped out of their flesh, and they're in the spirit and doing what God has called them to do. Those who are being obedient and not disobedient. Those who are doing what God is telling them to do, listening to his direction and listening to his guidance. God said he is gonna bless his people. It's what God wanted me to come and share today. I am here sharing it. And I was so happy with this word. I really was. I was happy when God was talking to me. I was happy to come and share with God's people what God is getting ready to do for us. I'm telling you, I was so happy to come share this word. In spite of the hiccups, in spite of things trying to get in the way of what God is doing, I am here to bring you the word. I am here to bring you what God was speaking to me about. In spite of things trying to get in the way, I said, oh no, God, I am going to do what you have called me to do. And that's what I'm doing. I thank God. I truly do thank God for being in my life. I thank God for where he has brought me from, because the old me would have just said, you know what? I would have been very upset. I would have just moved on and didn't even record anymore. I would have just been upset to not even record, but I thank God. I thank God for the growth. I thank God for the change in me. And the enemy wanted me to just get angry and get all worked up. And you know what? God just had my spirit so peaceful. God had my spirit so peaceful. God said, things happen. God said, don't. God said, just stay faithful. God said, stay committed. Because I could have easily allowed that to upset me about my recording having no volume. I'm telling you, there was no sound. It was just video, no sound. So really wasn't much I can do with that. But like I said, I am here. I hope this message finds you in time. I hope it finds you in time for you to get this word, to get this encouragement, at a time that you need it, And the day that God shared this message with me, the day that God was ministering to me about his blessings and what he's going to do for his people, the exact same day, I have to testify. I have to give the testimony. The exact same day, God blessed me. And the next day, another blessing. And when I tell you, let me explain to you from my spiritual journey, from what I've been going through. When you've been going through, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that can understand this and agree with me. When you've been going through and going through and going through for so long, it's like we get complacent. We get used to it, And it's like when God starts blessing his blessings, and when the transition starts, it's like you're looking around like, what? Like it's a dream or something. And I thank God that the same day he shared this message with me to share with his people, the same day God blessed me. And then the next day there was another blessing. And then the second day I was like, whoa, God. You say you was going to do it. But you ain't say exactly when, but you did say in this hour. And I'm telling you, my spirit was so happy. My spirit was so happy, so excited. So I am here to share with you the good news. The good news. That's what the title of this video should have been. But God told me to go with, I hope this message finds you in time. And I do. I hope this message finds you in time, because this is good news. This is good news for those of you that have been waiting on God to move, waiting on God to bless you, waiting on God to shift things, waiting on things to turn around for you. I am here with the good news. I am here with the good news from our Heavenly Father. God is going to bless his children. God is going to bless us. We've been going through too much, and we have stayed faithful. In spite of, we have stayed faithful. I'm here to tell you the good news. And I hope this message finds you in time. This is Arickamisha. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And God bless.